I have a feeling it's a strip bolt.
Oh boy. Hi. Remember the Subaru? Yes, the Subaru. The thing right here. 2004 Subaru Impreza. 2004 Subaru Impreza. We were repairing it. Slowly.
Now I'm dismantling it again.
Quickly.
Yeah. I've got to take this off and maybe some more of this to get this valve cover gasket off so I can change the gasket. Maybe. Or at least I'm going to get this off so I can do an inspection of it. Which is pretty well done. I've already loosened these up. So. Magically, just by hand. I want to get them in the right order though, because one's longer than the other. So, stay.
My money's on him for getting the order when he goes to reinstall
I'll knock them off. And now I got to try not to break this, which is always fun. I'll clean that up some too. And apparently this has the wiring if you hit a rear oil washer, which I don't.
Psh, water everywhere. I was kidding about that.
No, I knew it would spray some. Now, the fun part is going to be trying to set this so it doesn't spill out everywhere.
Good luck on that.
And it's still going to piddle on the floor a little bit.
Remember, I'm fragile, so if I slip and fall, I'm suing for workman's comp.
Remember, you'll have to sue the producer. He's even a witness of it.
Oh, gosh. You're partial producer, too.
Nope, I'm just part of the cast. Don't want water in my water.
No. I think I got a new name for this channel. Paper Towels, the movie.
Hey, at least I use a diversity of paper towels.
True. We have a diverse cast of paper towels. A blue one and a white one.
Different types of white ones.
Yes. Multiple white ones.
All right.
At least electronics didn't get wet.
You had to remove that to do these anyways. No, that one's not leaking too bad. It's not so oily as the front one is.
Did you pull the oil tube?
Oh, not yet. I'm just looking and seeing. I'm trying to get this air feedback line off. When it goes back to the air box. And I got the clip off, but it's wiggling, but it doesn't want to come off. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. My electricals are peeing on me. That's concerning.
Have you refilled your electrical fluid yet?
Are you a push? Are you a pull? Are you a prod? Are you a flathead screwdriver? Why does my wiring keep peeing on me? My ignition system's incontinent.
What kind of liquid are you getting out of your ignition system, though?
Hopefully it's washer fluid that just sprayed over there. That's what I'm hoping. Flashlight. Let's look in it and see what we have. Oil. It looks like it's a push-in. Looks like you push it in and pull. Maybe it is pry out. Let's try that. Figure out what angle to get the screwdriver in there.
Today on Crazy Carl Projects, we break a plug.
I may have to call our electrician. Hey, kid. I can't figure out how this plug comes off. It was a squeeze one. It just was so caked with oil that when I squeezed it, it didn't release. You just squeeze it up here and it releases off of the little pin on there. I got used a pick and got the oil out of it so it would actually push.
Cool. What's next?
Trying to dry off this wiring again so it quits peeing on me. I don't know where there's a reservoir of water somewhere that keeps peeing on me.
He's letting all his electrical water escape, so he's going to have to refill his electrical water.
I had to
Your
refill my
electric
electrical
fluid.
system.
Yeah, you got to refill your electric fluid. That's right. I bet you let all your blinker fluid drain out too.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
I'm telling y'all. Don't have blinker fluid. Don't have his electric fluid. This guy's just all kinds of hemmed up today.
You are 10 millimeters, so I still have the right wrench. Hey, I made one progress. I had the right wrench ready. I don't know if I even have to take that fill off. I think I can take it off without taking that off. We will see.
How much y'all want to bet he's going to have to take the fill neck off anyway?
Probably.
Place your bets now.
Okay. I've got bolt number 1.
Remember when we were saying about piece of cardboard? So you can poke through and label all the screws?
So you don't end up with the, what do you go to?
Yes. And we have scrap cardboard like
What do you
everywhere.
go to? Well, I'm still going to use this. I'll leave that in there. I don't know what that goes to. I'm just going to shove paper towel there. I don't know where the water keeps coming from.
This thing get rained on?
Possibly. This roof is in need of being resealed.
This roof is in need of being roofed.
Yeah, well, storm ripped it off, and the insurance only paid for new screws and paint. And only part of that.
I'm sure they happily raised your insurance
Oh,
after
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they tripled my rate.
So it's like when your insurance really isn't insurance, it's just a loan.
No, it's a pyramid scheme. It was a loan shark.
Yeah.
Because at the interest rate I paid for, I could have used a credit card to pay for it and actually paid less.
Well, I got to show you. He's keeping that as a parts cleaner. So we're calling that the parts pooper now.
But it's a pee jug.
I don't care. It's a parts pooper.
I thought it was just a guest bathroom.
It's still a parts pooper.
Although I can tell you these are not torqued properly. Because that was not the proper torque pounds on that where it moved. That's probably why it's leaking oil.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like somebody was right. Who said that you should definitely do the other side of this? Who said that? That person is a very smart fella.
Yeah, you should give him a pay raise.
I think you discovered the source of your peeing.
Well, I know, and I keep sticking that line back, and he keeps coming out. But that's for the lower end.
Okay. After,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, after much struggling, heartache, and cursing, and low profile sockets.
That you could, yeah, fun times, because it would get loose enough that you couldn't get it to ratchet to take it looser, but it was still tight enough that you couldn't get grip. Plus, the whole reason why I'm doing this is all kinds of grease down there. Everything is horribly oily because it's leaking. The gaskets are leaking. That's why I'm doing this. I'll see if I can get it to please. There. Now if I can get it out of here. Hopefully.
We did not lift this engine.
Nope, which I may have to yet. That's one of those that you may or may not have to get it out and get it in. I'm hoping you don't.
Yeah, we're trying this without lifting.
But
So
you've got an air conditioning thing here and a piece of plastic. There we go. I got it out. I don't know if I'll get it back in. But yeah, this gasket, you can see where it's leaking. Where it was leaking before I even loosened it. That's fresh, but all that's not. That's where it's been caking. And you can see where it's been spraying out here. It's just not tightened.
oh no, that thing is foogly.
So I'll clean it up and put a new gasket on it. Just in the process of cleaning. I'm going to clean all this up. I'm going to check this. This may be leaking. It didn't come with a new gasket, but I can't. It doesn't look like it's leaking. I'm going to clean it up and try to tell. But I did get new of these, and these are leaking, so I'm going to replace them. Most of them aren't That one and that one was. The others seem to be doing fine. But those two were not really tightened well because they're near impossible to get to without lifting the engine, which is going to be interesting when I go to torque them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We may end up lifting the engine. Trying not to.
Oh, great. That wasn't even properly compressed.
I was wondering what you were grading about. I'm
Well, I thought the end had tore off in the thing. No, it's just not there. I'm glad I pulled this. Otherwise, I'd just continue leaking oil.
Like a sieve.
Now remember, always brush your engine on every gasket job. I've discovered that this brand of carbon choke cleaner will eat through my gloves. So I don't think there's any point in me wearing these gloves, because it's just eating right through them. So, gum out. It might be a better oil breakdown for oil breakdown. So, right, I got it good and cleaned up at least plenty good enough so that it's, you know, not showroom quality, but it's all clean. And ready for the new gasket. I've got all the stuff out of it. And you can see the latest set of gloves I've got. Gum out will eat through them. Watch them still being actively eaten away.
That is not a sponsor, by the way.
Not a sponsor.
And if you're using this type of stuff, you may want stronger gloves, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tried to, once again, I used gloves like I was supposed to, and that didn't work out.
You're lucking gloves, I swear.
All right, I'm checking the head gaskets on this side. I'm starting at 50. And remember, from the other side, it's supposed to be 85 in the middle, and 75 is on the sides.
Yes.
Well, it's testing positive for 50 there. And the fun part's just trying to maneuver in and get everything.
Yep. And if you remember on the other side, we started at 35 and went our way up. But this side's supposed to be good and done, so.
So far, all the uppers are good. Now, let's see if I can get this in to test the lowers. Problem I need, if I run into it, I need something just a hair longer than that. I think I had a little thingy I was using over here for that problem.
You did. I don't remember or know what it was, but I know you had solved it.
Aha, that's what I was doing. I was using that with a regular 14, I think.
Show us, please, so we know this.
Just an adapter.
All right.
But it works as a short extension. Now I just got to find that 14. 14. Yes, I'm not doing it in the right order, but I'm not tightening right now. I'm just checking. And once again, the bolt that's hard to get to has not been tightened. Bottom center, not even to 50. So.
You see the look of surprise on his face.
So if I hadn't come over here and done this side, I'd have another blown head gasket for the same friggin' reason, because someone didn't tighten the bolts down.
Well, they probably used Subaru's in-house method of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you got to do that properly and then check after everything once you've done it. Otherwise, all you did is back the bolts halfway back out. That's the reason why we didn't do it that method. Let you know, some of you are going to at me in the comments, but I'm telling you, that's the exact reason why we didn't do that.
Hopefully it's not stripped because it's not wanting to tighten any. I will back that back down. I'm going to check this last one, since that's the only one so far that hasn't tested, and it's the one that's impossible to get to. Just going to be that center one.
Okay, so I'm going to show y'all on this one because I suck at drawing diagrams, especially with computers.
They shouldn't be PSI. It's foot-pounds.
It's foot-pounds. But it's this one here, the bottom center was not even at 50.
I'm worried it's stripped because it's tighter. Let me turn this down. We're supposed to start at 35, so I'm going to turn it down to 35.
And oh yeah, this is what we were talking about for while he's turning it down to 35. And you go in steps from 35 to 45 to 55, so on and so forth.
So you don't heat up the bolt and stretch it.
Exactly, and let it rest. Give it a few minutes between each one. Remember, you're dealing with friction here. And metal loves to stretch under friction.
I have a feeling it's a strip bolt.
Oh boy. Alrighty, I'm going to do something here I don't like doing, which is manual zoom. There's the light.
As of right now, I backed out that center bolt that won't tighten.
There it is right there.
And I'm going to have to jack this engine up.
That's very blurry, but there it is right there. We're going to have to jack this engine up.
So then I can get that bolt out. And I'm hoping it's the bolt threads that are stripped and not the engine. If the bolt threads are stripped, a new bolt will take care of it. And everything being tightened, I can go back through and retighten stuff and should be fine. Because that head gasket hadn't failed yet. But if I don't do this, the head gasket's going to fail.
Yep.
And I'm going to be doing this again because that center bolt's not holding anything.
And
that's why I did this, to check it. So,
despite it being a heck of a pain in the butt and a heck of a lot more work, it's well worth this type of a check.
It's saving me having to take all this stuff off to get this head off and fix it.
Exactly.
Because as of right now, it does look like, so far from what I can tell, it looks like these were actually tightened down, but that one's stripped. And that's probably where they gave up and just did whatever on that side.
Punted it, drop kicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
I need a board.
Yes, you do. So we're about to lift the engine. Okay. What do we got?
I got the bolt out, but the threads look okay, which isn't a good sign.
We were hoping for flat threads.
Yeah. I will still try the new one, but there may be... Oh, it may not do any good. Well,
I think
that may not be the right size bolt.
I was going to say,
We'll see.
Let's hope it's that.
They're close. That has more of a taper on it, and it may have too much of a taper. That's got a little fatter thread. Not much, but just a hair. And this is a pain in the rear because you have a hard line that's in the way. I've had to jack the engine up.
Like a lot.
Yeah. All kinds of creative stuff with that.
Well, it's going in through threading. Give it a test, Doug.
I'm going to see if I can get it snug. That one I couldn't even get snug. Yeah, I had to do some weird stuff to get it to back out.
Ah. A hush falls over the crowd.
I had to bend this line just a little bit. Hopefully I didn't hurt it.
You heard nothing. Snugging? No. Options. We put a brick on the accelerator and drive it off a cliff. I'm kidding.
I'm going to have to look up some options because I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Well, hey, wait a minute. Maybe. Hey.
Oh. And the crowd goes wild.
It bit a little bit. Let's see if I can... let's see if it continues or if it's just going to...
Most of the rattling is gone.
They stripped the ends off so it couldn't bite. And you fixed the rattling on your radio. So thank goodness. I think I can get this.
Thank God for small favors.
2 missions accomplished.
Oh, yes.
All right.
All right.
Degrease a little bit.
Okay. Whew. We're all breathing a sigh of relief at that one. Oh, man. Trying this again?
I'm going to do it to 35 and then hope it holds. And we'll do the same thing we did on the other side where I go up 10 each time.
Come on, click. Never felt such stress for a freaking click in my life.
Try even lower. See if I can get any kind of click.
Nope. All right. We're calling it?
Yep, I'm going to have to figure out how to get it to bite better. I'm going to have to rethread it. Or I'm going to have to... I might be able to buy just a slightly bigger head bolt and get it out, get it to bite, but I'm going to do something because someone stripped it.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, thank y'all for hanging out.
Now, wait a minute.
What?
I said that, and then it bites again. What the hell?
Hey, this is a family show.
What the heckaroo?
Yeah, that'll work.
No. Why is it? I go to that one, I get nothing. But I go to this one. Nah, it's gone now. I just got it to bite again for a moment, but there's not enough teeth, I don't think.
Yeah, there's some threads laid down. That's what it sounds like.
If I'm getting it to tighten it all, though, let's try that again, see if I got it any better. Because I'm getting it to tighten a little bit with that one, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something else. I'm not getting any better. So I'm just going to come out, and I'm going to see what I can come up with.
Okay.
Probably going to be, first attempt, probably trying to find a head bolt that's just a little bigger. Like one size bigger thread.
Then we'll go from there.
Now I got to get, yeah. This caught some teeth that the other one hadn't stripped out, but not enough.
Yep.
Now I'm having to fight with it to get it to come out.
All right.
Trick that does work for that is you do a side bind on your bolt, and that makes it, sometimes it makes it bite where it'll come out.
You mean by side bind, you mean pushing down?
Pushing to the down and to the side.
Uh,
So you're actually trying to make the bolt come out crooked.
Okay.
And sometimes that makes it bite enough that you can get it started. Like that did.
Zeroing the torque wrench?
Yep. So it don't lose its torquage.
Yep. Only thing I know about torque wrenches is dropping them from too high of a height is bad for them.
Yeah. Leaving them set at a weight's bad for them. You shouldn't use them as a breaker bar. I got it started, but it's at a spot where it's just spinning, so I'm going to have to get back behind the bolt and put some outward pressure on it. And drop the socket. But I got it to move so I can get it out anyways. Yeah. 3 teeth caught. Nothing there. So that's why it started tight and didn't do anything. Because there's only threads at the end. Those aren't catching.
It's a bigger bolt?
The options are to, rethread it and do a bigger bolt. I might, if I can get a bolt that's the same length or close to the same length and have bigger teeth, might be better. I'm also going to do, if I can find something I can use as a gauge, do a gauge and see if I have any extra length to work with. That should work. That should work longer than that. So if I can get it in there to test.
We're just seeing how deep the hole is now. Only this was like Christine, and you could just push the car backwards and it would repair itself.
I don't think I've bottomed out yet. That was on the way set to there. If I could get a bolt that's that much longer, I might be able to bite enough. I just gotta see what I can do and what I can come up with.
Alrighty-o. Well, that's where we're at right now.
Yep. I'm gonna have to let the engine back down because I don't really want it sitting there. I'm gonna see if I can't do. Yeah, I'm gonna let it back down because I don't want to put stress on right now. I'm putting stress on the CV axles.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that back down.
Alrighty. Well, thank y'all very much for hanging out.
Thank you. And we'll be back here again. Hopefully finishing this thing at some point.
Hopefully before it's 2024.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed it, please thumb up and like and follow. If you didn't, think of people you want to torture with it. Till next time, have a good one. So long.